Hey everybody, we're back with something a little bit different this time. You can go to this website here to get the software we're working with. It's not exactly game dev related, but I do think it is a nice bridge to working in AR, because that stuff can get a little bit confusing. It's nice to be able to have something that simplifies it, makes it easy for you. So, it does require a Facebook account. That is one drawback, but same thing with the Oculus, and I love my Oculus, so it is what it is. So you're going to have to sign up for that. Go ahead and download that. And when you open the project for the first time, you'll get these nice templates. There's actually some new ones in here I've never touched, but we're just going to go for eye color. We're going to try and recreate the sort of Homelander eye effect, the sort of laser eyes. Alright, here's our little workstation, and it gives you some nice preview videos to work with. I feel like it actually makes it look a lot more complicated and scary than it is, but they do have nice little pop-ups that will kind of walk you through things. I messed with this a while back, and this is actually a new update. So there's a couple things that look a little bit different right offhand. But all in all, it shouldn't be much different. So it auto-tracks the person's eyes, and then you're able to go over here and select the eyeball material and make changes with your own textures. So what we're going to do is go into GIMP. You can use Photoshop or whatever image creator you want. And we're going to create a new image. Not sure how important the size is, but you definitely want to make sure you have transparency enabled for your background. And we're going to keep it nice and simple. Go up to Filter, Light and Shadow, Supernova. Obviously, we're going to make it red because Homelander's laser eyes are red. And you want to make sure it's not like overpowering the whole image, just so you can have a little bit of fall off and gradient there. And I'm just duplicating that layer twice and then selecting the top one and going to Filter, Distort, and then Wind. And I'm going to mess with these inputs a little bit, but bottom line, I'm just trying to get that little bit of like flare effect that gets created. It doesn't translate super well, and there might be a better way I can do it. There probably is. Like I said, I haven't messed with the software for a while, but you just want to kind of smear it out like that, and then do the same thing, but in the opposite direction for the second layer. Just switch direction to right, and then play with the inputs a little bit. Alright, that doesn't look too bad. We're going to blur them just a little bit. It's maybe 2. And we're going to blur them just a little bit so they're not super harsh, so it doesn't have those harsh lines. There we go. Smooth it out a little bit. And then you can also play with your overlays, and that can really change up the effect. So I'd just say click around, check different ones out. There's a couple of them I had a hard time making up my mind, but we're just going to have to pick something and go with it. Okay, I picked something. That's it. We're going with Edition. We're going to go up to File and export our image as a PNG. Call it Homelander Eyes. And I'm going to pop it right here on the desktop so it's nice and easy for me to grab, and because I'm a messy person. Alright, now we're back into Spark AR, and we can literally just plug our texture right in. So we have our shader type. I'm going to change that to flat. And that's going to remove the patch, so you're able to choose your own file. Select Homelander Eyes, and bam. That's the basic setup. Now there's a couple more things you can do to sort of change up how the effect feels. You can change up like the coloration right here. There's a couple different blend modes. There's you can mess with the alpha channels and whatnot if you like. There we go. I kind of like that better. It's got a little bit more of an effect on the entire eye. So you see you have some settings over here that you can play around with. Alright, it's not perfect, but it looks pretty cool. Alright, you can come down here and actually learn how to test your app on any device that you want. But I'm just going to click right here and go for upload, and we're going to take a look at that process real quick. Make sure publish a new effect is selected and hit upload. It might have you fill out a couple more little things for to be able to upload to Spark AR, but it's not going to give you too hard of a time. One thing to keep in mind is that you cannot publish an effect to both Facebook and Instagram with the same effect. Like, you could duplicate the effect, but you can't take the one and just blanket both applications. So that's one thing. But yeah, bottom line, you have a couple little things to fill out here. It's all pretty basic stuff. Just make your selections, pick whatever you think fits your effect. Obviously, you could recreate the same effect, but you could do, like, changing a little goes a long way with stuff like this. You make them blue, you add a swirl. I did one that had, like, lizard eyes or something like that. You can do all sorts of them. And I'm going to publish this, so if you feel like checking it out and taking some Homelander selfies, then you're more than welcome to. Anyway, if this has been helpful, like, share, subscribe, guys. Take it easy. I'll see you soon.